And we're back.
And we're back. Back after a break.
Greetings.
Do you know what episode we're on?
11.
Yay.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 11 of Together We'll Talk podcast. I know we've been missing in action, but we kept you entertained, intrigued, educated, informed with episode 10, which was in celebration of International Women's Day, right?
Yes, it was, yeah.
And it was the third and final part in our series of celebrating women in cycling.
Yes. It was a lovely episode.
Yeah, it was.
Really good. Really
good.
We
learned a lot. Dean and I, we learned by force, didn't we, Dean?
yeah. It was a good learning experience. Very good learning experience.
Yeah.
You lot need to go and re-listen to that back a few times every now and then.
No, you're right.
Yeah, we do.
You're right.
Just in case you forget.
Yeah, some good nuggets in that. Good nuggets. Yeah. So have you all been?
Yeah. Go on, Joe.
No, go on, Dean. You've been doing bits. We've all been doing bits.
We've all been away, but
I know. What's the chances of that though? We were all away near enough at the same time.
It's at the same time. People think we planned it, innit?
Yeah,
it's mad.
In furthest parts of the world as well. It wasn't like just like round the corner or Europe.
Yeah. What, as might have been mentioned in the last episode, Jade was doing the Tokyo Marathon, so I decided to accompany her, and I just soaked in the culture of Japan because completely different culture. Everything about it is different from over here. Never been over to a country like that. I've never even been to Asia. Well, I've been to India, Goa, but I've never been to that part of Asia, and it's just a completely different. It's unreal, man. It's fantastic.
I love it. What was fantastic? What did you like the most?
The people are so polite. They're so law-abiding. Everything's so clean and tidy. And I don't know, it's just... It sounds like I'm putting down where here, yeah. But obviously, no. There's still things about here that I love, but it's still... You just go there. It's like a different world. There's so many different things that you're like, wow. Like, for example, there's no rubbish anywhere. There's no homeless people. There's no, from what I could see, I couldn't see any signs of poverty. But at the same time, it wasn't flash people either. There wasn't loads of rich people. It was just normal people. It just felt like a utopia. Everything was clean. Everything was on time. Everything was law abiding. The only time we saw someone actually look like they were in trouble with the police, it looked like it was such a mad thing for someone to get arrested. And I swear it was something like dodging a train fare or something stupid or little like that.
Yeah.
Everyone gathered round and they went to take pictures. And one of the police officers saw them, came over to them and just said, "Stop." Every single one of them turned around and just walked away. And I'm thinking, if that was London, that man would have got cut. He would have gone, get out, going nowhere. But do you know what I mean? That to me, that just highlighted the difference in cultures. They just obey. They obey the rules. It's just, you don't see, even though they like their drink, their drunk is fun drunk. You don't see any loutish behaviour. Even their young kids, when they were drunk, he just looked funny. You just laughed at them because they were smiley and laughy.
Are we just going to just slide past what you just said there, Joe?
Young kids.
Yeah.
Being drunk.
Well, I'm talking about 20s. When I say kids, I'm talking about 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about 20s because I'm an old man, innit? Sorry, you got to see it how I see it. I'm talking my daughter. But you get what I'm saying? It's
younger adults, then I think you need to say, Dean.
Yeah.
Young kids make me feel like you meant 10-year-olds.
Younger adults, sorry.
10-year-olds are drinking out there and it's allowed, yeah.
No, I don't even mean it like that. But one last thing I'll say regarding, I could speak forever about Japan, but one thing I'll say, and it's regarding bikes, is it's so law-abiding over there that all the bikes alongside, you see bikes in London, you see them chained up and stuff like that. What I noticed is that hardly any of them were chained up. They were just there. even in suburban areas, bikes were just outside the house and not locked up. And I couldn't get it through my head that no one had to lock up their bike.
Yeah.
That's how trusting it was over there.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just to take you back to the bit where you're talking about clean, I don't know if you can remember, Dean, there was a World Cup that I'm sure Japan was in.
Yes, Japan and Korea.
Several years they were in. And I remember there was like there was like a news article or news story that highlighted the Japanese fans, how they always cleaned up after themselves after every game. I don't know if you remember, after every match that the Japanese fans were at, you'd see them in the stands literally going through all of the stands and clearing up all their rubbish behind them and taking the rubbish with them.
No, exactly the same thing happened after the marathon. Like, you see London is a madness after a marathon. They clean up in the end, but they do it as they're going along. You can see them doing it. They're picking up all the cups. Everything that was dropped was getting picked up immediately. It's like, it's almost like a religion. It's part of their culture to be tidy. It's incredible.
Love that.
And when you think about Tokyo, it's 4 times the population of London. It's so many people. Everything is vertical. So it's almost like they have to be that tidy. Yeah, otherwise it would just be, it would turn into a quagmire. It'd be crazy in there, crazy over there. But yeah,
what's the weather
it's
like?
Great. One day, so on the day that Jade did the marathon, I think it was 21 degrees, and then the next day it was snowing, and then the next day,
What?
It was
21,
frost.
then snow.
Then it was snowing. It was like 3 degrees, 2 degrees. So it was just
like
completely up and down. It's worse. No, it's more extreme than London. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I
That's
was wearing a
madness.
t-shirt and everything. Yeah, so it just goes up and down. In the mid at that time of year, it just goes up and down. Now it's probably quite warm.
Yeah, but how can you have 21 degrees and then snow? That's like...
Yeah, no, it goes. It
that's
can get
worlds
really cold
apart.
in Japan, and it can get really hot in the summer as well. So it's got quite a continental type climate. But yeah.
But most importantly, though, we saw from the socials that Jade smashed it.
She smashed it. Yeah. It may not have gone actually. It was actually she was quite ill the first 2 days of us getting there. And it was touch and go whether she was gonna do it. So she stayed in bed the first 2 days, basically, and I ran to the local medications. Yeah. And because everything over there is in Japanese, right? I had to get this the Google Translate and look at what everything said, and I asked the lady as well. And she translated, it was funny, she translated something to me and we translated it back to her, and then we worked out what we needed, and I brought it all. Basically Jade was just full up of medication, full up of drugs before that marathon. But it got her through it. It got her through it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because it was belly issues and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
But she made it. She made it. Obviously slower than what she usually would have done, but it was all about, we've gone this far.
Yeah, complete it. And by any which way, by any means possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good man.
Well
Good
done.
for
Big up Jade, man. Big up Jade.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Big up Jade. Big up Jade. Yeah.
How about you, Joe?
Leon. Oh, we're going to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you go, Joe?
Everybody knows where I went because we spoke about it on the episode before I went. Well, I went to Trinidad and Tobago. And yes, I went to both places. So I'm going to say Trinidad and Tobago. Spent my first 5 days in Tobago and then went over for Trinidad. And for those that don't know, it was carnival time. So lots of partying, lack of sleep.
Some of the clips, not clips, some of the pictures I saw look like a riot more than carnival, like paint and everything everywhere.
That's Juve. That was Juve. Yeah. It's a madness. It's not for the weak-hearted, like the back-to-back.
How long does it last?
I mean, from Christmas finishes, they're in carnival season. Up until Ash Wednesday is when obviously everything finishes. So it just depends how long. When Ash Wednesday is, it determines how long the season is. So this year it was quite a late carnival because carnival's in March. So from, as I said, from Christmas, so let's say January straight through to March, there is parties. But most people, I don't know, can't speak for everyone, but for me, I normally go 2 weeks before the carnival. And then, spend a few days afterwards just to chill back down and recover, because as I said, it's a lot of back to back, it's a lot of partying, it's a lot of going to bed, you know, whatever time, and before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're waking back up because you got to be at a breakfast party for 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you go like it's a lot, but
I
it's
wouldn't be able to do
enjoyable.
it.
It's enjoyable. You don't. I mean, you don't have to do. You know, there's parties for all levels of people. You can do day parties only. You can do boat parties. You can do all inclusive. You can do cooler parties. There's all sorts of parties, but that's how we do it. And then you got the 2 days on the road at the end of it all. So yeah. Go on, Dean. What's the question?
Go on, Dean.
Who was that?
No. All I was going to say is, you get people from all over, because obviously you went there, you and Karine. So there's people from all over, like America, other Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what the statistics are, but it's a very popular carnival.
I know it's one of the biggest. It's one of the.
It is one of the
I read
biggest.
somewhere it's the biggest outside, apart from Rio.
Rio, yes. They call it the greatest show. They call it the greatest show on earth. So it's something that I always say that, you know, once in your life you should experience.
List.
Yeah, it's an experience. Don't have to go all the time that we do, but I do say that it's
for as long as I've known you've gone every year though.
Yeah, but I suppose I have family as well, so I use it at the time to see family, and I stay with family.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
your
not
excuse,
just about the carnival.
Isn't
It's not just about the carnival; it's about the other things as well. Yeah, so I get to see everybody. But yeah, some people literally, like a lot of the Americans, because you know Americans don't get as much annual leave as we do over here. A lot of them fly in for the weekend. And they fly out again, like 3, 4, 5 days. You know, there's us doing up 3 weeks. They're not doing up 3 weeks. A lot of them are not.
Well, that's the thing is, Americans could do that though, because they're close. They're a lot closer.
They're close,
so
exactly.
It's like us going to Spain or something.
Exactly. So yeah, it was great. Food, drink, not for me, drink, not alcohol because I don't drink, but you know, food, sunshine. What more?
Beach.
I got a question, right? I've been thinking about this very quickly. We're all cyclists, into cycling and so on, and have been for a number of years now. And it's a way of life for us, for all of us, yeah? So with that being said, whenever you go away on a holiday, do you go with a mindset of saying that obviously you're going to go for holiday to enjoy the sunshine and the country and whatever, but do you also go with a mindset to say, when I go to this country, I need to get at least one ride in? Or do you go with that mentality of, let me get at least one ride in that country? Or is it like, nah?
It depends where you're going. I mean, in Trinidad, I wouldn't. Personally, I don't, that infrastructure, them way they drive. I mean, you see a couple of cyclists, yes, but I wouldn't feel safe to even try. The roads are awful. Potholes like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? That's just nah. I wouldn't. I mean, other places, yes, 100%. Like when I go Europe and all that, yeah, 100%. But nah.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's funny that you asked that, because I do exactly what you just said, Country. Every time I go abroad, I think of opportunities of, even if it's just for a couple of hours, to get on a bike. Like in Miami, we did it. Me and Jay did it. Where else did we go? We went somewhere last year. Where we went?
I remember you lot were cycling up somewhere last year.
Yeah, in Ghana, even it was like some rinky-tinky bike on the beach, but I still managed to get on it, still managed to do some filming on it. And I'm thinking, yes, I've done it. At least I did one little piece of riding in a different country. Tokyo, we were supposed to do it, but obviously Jay got ill, but we were planning on doing a little circular of the area that we were in. We were like in the center of Tokyo.
Yeah, it's a bit like a city though, isn't it? It's Tokyo. So
yeah.
City,
Yeah, and from the size of it, it would probably take all day to get out of the city, to be honest. But that would have been a real experience, you know. I'd have loved that. But I do. Every time I go away, I do think of ways I can get on the bike.
I have been doing that as well more recently. And even when I went to, so for me, whilst Joe was in Trinidad and Tobago and Dean was in Tokyo. I was in
He
Bali.
was in
Yeah.
Bali.
So,
Yeah.
and that's the furthest I've traveled away from home. Oh my gosh, but it was well worth it. And
Yeah, is it beautiful as it looks?
it's a beautiful island and beautiful people. Like you, Dean, was saying for Tokyo, the people are so friendly, they're so welcoming. And it wasn't just in the restaurant, not in the restaurant, in the hotel where you were, because it's their job to welcome people and make them feel welcome and at home. Everywhere we went, restaurants, the shops, all the different attractions and places. Everywhere we went, even just people on the road, they were just so friendly and welcoming and just genuinely nice people. And,
Genuine, that's the word as well.
yes,
It wasn't,
yeah.
they weren't doing it just, to get tips
No
or anything
fake,
like that.
not
It was
fake,
just,
yeah.
no.
No.
It was just
No, it was
the
genuine.
genuine people. Yeah.
And they're not like a tip. They're not into the tipping culture.
No.
They don't like require tips. They don't demand tips and things like that. And even to the point whereby we had a driver that took us around everywhere for the week. And for each trip that we went on, we gave him obviously money for the trip, but we gave him extra money. Like we looked after him. And it's like he would count the money in the envelope at the end of the day and we dropped him off. And he would look, the first day, I remember the first place we went to, he looked at us with this look of like such worry and like horror on his face. And he goes, no.
Yeah.
It's like, you gave me too much. Yes, this is the guy. I don't know, we know. You know, it's for you. Keep it. No. I said, keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it. And it was like that every time I gave him the envelope and he counted the money, he'd be like, you know, and it's like,
Oh, bless him.
but it was a lovely place. But it's interesting, like you're saying that, Dean, that you do like to see if you can get a ride in, because I hoped to do the same thing in Bali, but cheese on bread, it was impossible. If you were to like do get a drone high up and record just sort of like the streets, it would look like, if you got far enough, it would just look like millions of ants just riding around,
People.
just
Is that
driving
just
around.
people?
No, that's mopeds.
Oh, cars.
Not even
Mopeds.
cars, mopeds and motorbikes. That for me was their main mode of transport, but they were everywhere. And they were, for me, at the opposite end of the spectrum. Whereas you saying in Tokyo, they're law abiding, it almost like they were lawless. It's like there were hardly any traffic lights, hardly anyone indicated. It's like every man for themselves.
No real lanes.
No real lanes, mopeds on the
Sounds like
traffic,
Trinidad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And whenever there's traffic, it's almost a done thing that mopeds are allowed to ride on the pavements as well. But they're very careful not to go on the pavement if there are like pedestrians there. But it was like very impossible. They had bikes at the hotel there. And I noticed the same bikes. Yeah. No, normal bikes. Like pedal,
normal bikes,
push.
okay.
Yeah. But there's no way I would have hired the bikes to go on the ride there, because it was impossible. And
So
it's a
people
shame
must do if
because
they have them at the hotel though as well.
they do. And we saw, don't get me wrong, you saw some people riding around, but they were locals. We didn't see any tourists on bikes out there. Everyone was on mopeds, mopeds, motorbikes, or in the taxis, like their version of Uber. But yeah, Bali was a beautiful place, beautiful island, beautiful people. I'll definitely want to go back. It's become one of my new favorite destinations, holiday destinations.
Yeah.
Food is lovely. The way their architecture for their hotels and restaurants and their shops, man, it's just like amazing. It's like sometimes you didn't know whether you were standing outside a art gallery or museum, with the way their decor is and their architectures for like their restaurants and hotels and stuff. But definitely want to go back. Beaches were lovely, but the sea was rough.
Really?
I can understand now why I understand what this riptide thing is about, and people saying getting swept out to sea. Because I thought, how can you get swept out to sea? If you're, if you're standing like in water that's maybe only knee length, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the way how the
Wow.
sea slapped me up.
Really?
It was a
Wow.
madness.
You said getting pulled out if you're standing up in the water.
Yes. Yeah. So when the waves come in and it goes back out, and I understand why they called it surfers paradise, because it's for surfers. Yeah, it's the place to go. But Bali was it was a beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful place, man.
Wow. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think I'll have to put that on my list.
Yeah, I definitely
put that on my list,
advise. Man. And it's funny because we talked about this of doing an episode, recording an episode of while we're away.
That would have been good if we actually was fully able to pull that off.
Yeah, really if we were able to coordinate that. But yeah, I was 8 hours away from London, and then Dean you was what?
No, I think I was 9 or 10. It would have been crazy, the time zone difference between us and Joe.
Because Joe,
me and Joe, I was -4. I was -4 from London, so I was 4 behind.
Yeah.
You lot was 10 and 8 in front, and I was 4 behind.
Yeah.
So literally, like, your morning was my night, and my night's your morning.
Yeah.
That would have been mad.
Yeah.
That would have been mad.
Oh well.
Never mind.
But for this week's episode, we've got some questions that have been sent in by members of the TWR Cycling Club. Some really good questions, actually. So this is really going to test you guys, or test all of us, actually. But actually, it's gonna be thought provoking in the sense that it will make us really think about things that we do when we're on the bike that we may not have considered. But I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to just chuck it out there, and for you guys to just give your honest answers or opinions. I've got my answers as well. You know, I did a bit of digging around, but our first question, first of a few, was from Harvey. TWR's very own Harvey Hills, yeah. And he asks, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep riding? And what techniques can you suggest to members? I'm not sure what he meant about the technique side of things, but he asks, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep riding?
That question, I feel like it's slanted towards how do you, I'm going to make it like this anyway, but I feel like it's slanted towards how do you keep riding through winter. I feel that is slanted towards that, because people tend to stay at home more, not go out as much. It's a bit cold outside, it's wet, it's raining. You're much less motivated in the winter to ride your bike than in the summer. So my answer's going to be based around how do you keep yourself motivated in the winter. And what I tend to do is...
So wait. You're just creating a whole new question.
No.
Answering. Because that is not what it said.
Harvey meant that. I know what he meant. This is what he meant. This is what he meant, right? So this is what I do, right? I try to always give myself a target of not going more than 10 days without being on the bike. And even if that means just riding to my mum's, who only lives about 3 miles away. Like, if I go to see my mum, let me just jump on the bike. It's cold. I'm going to put on something, but I'm going to get my legs going. I don't go more than 10 days. I try to make it once a week, but I can't make it more. Go longer than 10 days, because at least you still got it in your legs. Because if you go 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, you just get into a rut. And by the time you get back in, say February, March, it's like you're starting all over again. It's so hard to go up hills and stuff. See, we went on the hills the other day. See how you lot just was gone. I hadn't ridden in a while. So I tried to, that's why I did it. Remember I said, let's go for a ride. I said to Harvey, and that's why I particularly said to Harvey, because I know Harvey would love them hills, yeah? I thought, let me just test myself on them and do it, ride through the winter and keep going. And I do think he was talking about the winter.
So
okay,
Dean and Harvey want telepathy that we don't understand. the way he's interpreted that.
Yeah.
And let me just also add is a lot of people like to ride indoors. I don't like doing that. I've got a treadmill with running, and I don't like even running on the treadmill. I like doing the real stuff outside. I don't know why that motivates me a little bit better, but that's my way. I go out, even if it's a short ride, even if it's like a 10-minute ride, 20-minute ride. I'll go out, even if it's really cold. I'll try and even do a commute to work.
So with you and Harvey's wavelength, what did you interpret by the technique side of things? And what techniques can you suggest to members? He said as well.
Techniques. I don't know what to interpret in terms. What techniques would you use?
What techniques can you suggest? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe he means things like Zwifting, or I don't know. We can only make assumptions, and I don't like to do that. But he might mean like,
okay.
Go on, Dean's telepathy's just kicked in. Go on.
Maybe he might be things like going to the gym. I don't know. You could be going to the gym, keeping yourself fit and ready to go cycling. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he means.
Can you add to that, Joe?
Keeping myself motivated. I think for me, from a very young age, I've always been active. Obviously, I used to do track and field from like 12 till like, mid-20s, which is obviously the other day. So I've just
25 years old.
Always. So. Yeah, exactly. So I literally finished long jump last week still. But anyway, so I'm always accustomed to doing something. Apart from when I had my children, I've always been moving. My whole life has been about keeping moving. I don't do stagnant really. I had a gap when I had the kids, but other than that, no. So this is the exercise, like what is now at this point of my life. I've done, as I said, the track, I've done Tough Mudders, I've done Spartan, like everything's had its era. This is where I am now, the cycling. So to keep motivated, it's just to keep moving for me, because what's the alternative? Sitting down and watching TV, nothing on the TV anyway. Do you know what I mean? And, when you're working all day and you're sitting on your bum by a desk, you need to get up and move. So to keep motivated is just to keep moving. And also, when I want to get on my bike in the spring and I want to go on these, and in the summer and I want to go on these group rides and everybody's leaving me, no, and I'm struggling, I'm cussing, because that's what we like to do when the heels them are licking us. Like, that's what's kept me motivated this winter, staying on the bike, just because I want to enjoy this summer on my bike. And I think to enjoy it, you have to be fit to enjoy it. If you're not fit, you will not enjoy it. Every ride's going to be a struggle. You're going to hate it. I don't want to. I don't want to do that, because then what am I getting on my bike for? I'm vexed. I'm pissed off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, just keep it up. And the gym has helped a lot. Do you know what I mean? The cyclone classes, the spinning classes. I keep saying it time and time again. But honestly, I think I don't have, like you, Dean. I don't have a indoor trainer. I don't. Every year I toy with it. I didn't buy one again this winter. It's come and gone, and I didn't buy one, and I don't think I will, as long as I can keep my legs spinning once or twice a week in the gym for the winter, do a bit of strength and conditioning. That's where my motivation comes from. So no one ain't left me. When Harvey wants to be doing all this, doing up, I don't know, dragon ride and up and down hill, like, I don't know, like, I want to be like, I'll be cussing, but I won't be dying, So that's, that's the motivation, just to enjoy the year on the bike instead of last year. I feel like I was dragged because I got ill at the beginning of, like, around this time last year, and it took me out for about 5 weeks. And last year, up until, I just remember around London, I was just struggling so much, and I don't want to feel like that again. So that's my motivation. As for techniques, I don't know what he's asking, but maybe, just keep moving. I'd say keep moving. Some people do like short, sharp rides in the winter, like hill repeats and things like that. Maybe he's thinking of talking about things like that. So.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
My motivation is to keep fit, because I found that I'm enjoying riding more because I feel fitter. I mean, obviously it helps
Yeah,
because I got a new
100%.
bike and stuff, but because I've seen the benefits of keeping fit, maintaining a baseline level of fitness during winter, I know that it definitely works, because with that Surrey Rumble ride, that was a good test. And
It was.
also, I remember, what was it? Box
And
Hill.
what ride did we do with Dean? Salt box, when we went to go and do
Salt
Box
Box
Hill.
Hill.
Yes.
Yes.
Us lot.
That as well.
Yes.
And Beacon Hill, yeah.
We done
Yeah.
that last year, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, the first time I did Salt Box Hill was, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago, and I failed, as I mentioned. I think I mentioned before on one of my videos that I failed it. I did it with Wayne and we failed. Got off the bike, had to walk up the steep section near the top. But yeah, I'm so glad that I conquered it this time round. But it's interesting because I remember also as well, there was a Box Hill ride I did with Harvey and Carla. I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Or was it just before we went to Bali?
I think that was before you went away, innit?
Yeah. And there was one hill, a long hill that we come to, and it's like I was using Harvey as a benchmark. I said, I'm not letting this guy out of my sight. I'm sticking to him like glue. And I stuck to him. And Harvey, you know, when Harvey's gone, when he's on his heels, he's gone. He ain't looking back. He can't see. You know what I mean? And then so I'm riding behind him. I'm just sort of like riding. And the man turned around and it's like he nearly jumped out of his skin. It's like, oh, you're there.
What's
in
you
his
doing
Bajan
there?
accent. I thought, yeah. I thought it was way back there. I was like, yes. Yeah, man. But I don't understand about techniques or what to say about that. But for me, my motivation is to stay fit. Not just winter.
Well, that's part of the motivation. That's part of it. You can say that back to Harvey, innit? That's the motivation. Keeping up with you on the hill, that's motivation, isn't it?
Yeah, for real.
That is my motivation for sure. Keeping up with people on rides that that you maybe not be able to keep up with before, and as I said, not feeling just about it.
Yeah. It's not nice going on a ride and you're not fit. You don't feel fit as most of the people on it. That's horrible. That's horrible. I've been on rides like that. It's not nice. So it's good.
Another
that's good
question
motivation.
from Mr. H is, what ride are you most looking forward to and why?
Mine would have to probably be, looking forward. I don't know if I'm looking forward because I don't know what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to get away to see another country on my bike. So when we go away at the end of the year, in September, I'm looking forward to that, just because it's another place to ride the bike. But as I said, I can't look forward to it because I don't know what it's going to be like Mallorca. Would I be looking forward to that again? No, of course I wouldn't. Like, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of hoping nothing is like that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't say I'm looking forward to it because who knows?
Yeah, no, you're still looking forward to it. You're still looking forward to it.
I'm intrigued, I'm going to say.
What about you, Dean?
But I don't know what other rides. Yeah, what other rides?
Yeah.
There's a New Forest one that keeps popping up.
The
doing
Sportif,
it?
the New Forest
Yeah,
Sportif.
there's a New Forest Sportif. I want to do it, but
The Saturday sold out, don't know, but there's Sunday spaces.
I don't know. I've got to look into it. If it's on,
Yeah.
I will be looking forward to that.
I think
because
there's space on a Sunday.
I see someone talking about it's the most beautiful scenery they've ever seen on a ride, and I'm like, that's my street. I like stuff like that. But,
the New Forest. When we went up to
actually on.
Salisbury, oh gosh, the New Forest is beautiful.
It's nice. It's lovely.
Yeah. That sounds like something I would look forward to. But as well as what Joey said, the one going away, that's definitely one I smile when I think about it. So those two.
Yeah.
About you, country.
Yeah. Same for me. I'm looking forward to the cycling holiday later on this year. And apart from that, there isn't any one ride in particular that I'm looking forward to prior to that. I just want the sun to come out again so I can just get back on the bike and just start riding and enjoying my new bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd just be nice on a weekend that the sun's out and you could just go and do. And it's also nice, even when we done the Surrey Rumble, like nothing stops us from doing not to say we have to do the Surrey and Rumble again, but something like that, because all we did is jumped on the train half an hour. We was in Surrey and we rode around it. And Surrey is also very, very nice. So
Yes.
it's just getting the opportunity to do those things when the weather's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. Question
Group
3.
rides,
Sorry, go on.
basically. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
No,
group
just,
rides,
I'm just rounding it up there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's good to, I don't do much solo rides. The only time I do solo rides really is when I'm going to work. But apart from that, I don't really do that much solo rides. So yeah, you're right. Group rides. Yeah. Right. Question 3.
I'm trying to
Again,
get back
it's from
on
Mr.
my
H.
work.
Yeah, you got to do at least once a week, Joe.
Sorry.
Commute once a week.
I was meant to do it today. I went to go and do it today, and then I just, because I didn't check my bike last night, and I have to ride the other bike. I don't know if the tires then was pump up. I don't know how the bike stay because I haven't picked it up for a little while. So I was like, that's not something I've got time to do in the morning. I've got to make sure everything's set. So I'm gonna do it on Thursday.
My target for the next 2 weeks is riding every single day. So I've rode yesterday, I rode today, I'm riding tomorrow, and I'll do a 4-day week. 4 days this week and 4 days next week. Yeah, to work and back. And I'm looking to stick to it. If I can do that, that'll be the first time since last summer. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, if I could ride
reap
all
the
3
benefits.
days in the office, like that would be crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Maybe not this.
But I know it's weather dependent.
I'm not gonna lie, it hurts.
Of course it is.
Why does it hurt?
Of course it is.
Because I'm trying to push. I'm trying to go fast, like exactly how I was the middle of last summer. I'm trying to just keep that same cadence, the same pace and everything. Yeah. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm trying to push myself. But I could feel even yesterday felt easier than the day before, and today feels easier than yesterday. You get what I'm saying? I can feel it. I can feel it coming back. Yeah. It feels good, especially with this weather.
So I just remember the ride that another ride I'm looking forward to. I've forgotten what it's called. The Northern Wall.
North Sea Wall.
That's it.
Oh, the Northern Sea Wall.
Yeah,
yes.
the one, the
Northern
Kent Coast, the Kent Coast one. Yeah.
Yes.
We're meant to be doing that this year, so I'm looking forward to that one again. I really enjoyed that one.
Oh,
There's the video from when I did that last time, and Dean was recording me. What are you looking at?
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
remember that.
Yeah,
remember that.
Joey was bullying me. Don't remember? I was trying to overtake her, and she wasn't letting me get past. Don't remember? I did a thing.
Yeah.
Remember? I did the
thing. He done a whole bloody video.
I remember now. The side eye was side eyeing.
Yeah, big time. No, that was funny. That was a really good ride. That was one of my favorite rides. Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Yeah. Right. Question 3. Again, this is from HH. Boy, HH was just firing with the questions. So this one is you're gonna have to think about this. Injuries are a common part of all sports. So how do you keep yourself free from injury, and what would you suggest to members to keep injury free?
Right, okay, let me go with this one. I always make sure that I do more than one type of sport. I've always done that. And because I was told from a long time that if you only do the one sport, you're not strengthening other parts of your body. So for example, say if you're only cycling, there's other parts of your body that you're not strengthening. So I play football as well, and I run as well.
Yeah.
And I go to the gym and do strengthening work as well, because all of them together should help you. I do a lot of stretching as well. I even do yoga as well sometimes. But even doing all those things, it stays off injury. I notice I don't, touch wood, I don't get too many injuries, and I think it's because of that. That's my personal opinion. Yeah,
I think that's a really good answer, about doing more than one sport. Yeah, because
it is.
Multiple
disciplines.
Yeah. Cycling really focuses on the lower part, even though it says you have, that you have to engage your core as well. But that's a really good.
Yeah, it does. But you should strengthen your core. If you strengthen your core, it's less likely that you'll get injuries anyway, because it just strengthens all of you. There's other muscles that you're not really working as hard when you're cycling, so that you might do when you're running. and vice versa. I think it all helps each other.
Joe?
I think for me, it's the strength and conditioning. I think it's important. I think you've got to have strong muscles. You can't just batter your body doing something. You have to strengthen the muscles. Otherwise, things like your knees, your ankles, especially like when I used to do long jump a lot, I used to get a lot of ankle niggles because obviously it's a lot of impact on your ankle to take off. And it's just like staying, like from a young age, it's always been in the gym, weight, strength, just keep the strength up, not to obviously get big, but just to keep the muscles and everything strong. And I think with a bike as well, you got to get that bike fit, man.
Yeah.
You can't just jump on the bike, I did get, which bike was it? One of them, I can't remember which one. But when I did jump on it, my knee was hurting. I think actually it was this one. My knee was hurting because everything was not in alignment. The saddle wasn't right. The handlebars, the positioning wasn't right. People think they can just jump on a bike and ride the bike. And maybe if you're doing up, going to the corner shop to do your shopping and come back. But if you're going to be doing miles and miles of riding, that bike's got to be comfortable. It's got to fit you like a glove. If you don't, you're going to get problems.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that just an inch, moving your saddle forward just an inch, or your stem just getting a shorter stem by an inch,
small tweak,
makes a massive difference. Like your shoulder could be killing you, and then all of a sudden there's nothing.
I just think it should be compulsory. I don't think that anybody should be able to buy a bike online or go into a shop and just pick up a bike.
All bikes should do it.
Should be compulsory first, to be honest. Yeah, especially on a road bike, like maybe like a like a hybrid or mountain bike, but the position that you have to be in on a road bike, for me, it's just got to be right.
Do you know, like, because I ride to work every day, I literally I see so many people riding their bikes and they're not positioned on the bike properly. The most common thing that I see is where the seat is too low. Where it's not even like too low. The seat's not even raised. They've got the seat at the lowest position. I think
their knees are hitting them in their chin bone.
Yeah. I see that all the time. It's jarring. I see it does
frustrate me as well.
Because I'm thinking. Yeah, because like the amount of power they're losing. Because you know now after you've been riding and you've had the bike fit, you know how much power they're wasting. Yeah, that they're not getting the full circle. Not getting the full cadence. It's just and the knees must be getting so much murdered.
Yeah,
because they go like that.
And also the last one I would say is that's what's mostly underrated is rest. You have to rest.
Gosh. Yeah.
You can't beat up your body every day, 7 days a week. Every day of the month. No, you have to have rest time. You have to have time where you're not doing anything. Maybe you would stretch I'm big on stretching and yoga in and reformer Pilates in and all of that good stuff. I'm big on that stuff. So I think that's important as well.
And to add to that about stretching, that's a
good one. Rest,
for those of you that don't know, that are listening or watching this, Strava have got like a partner app. I think it's called Recover. And it's a really good app. Yeah. And I found it's like a 10 to 15 minute stretching exercises to do after you've done a ride. And it automatically syncs to Strava, so upload to Strava as well. But admittedly, I'm not disciplined on using it, but I tend to use it more after I've done a run. So after a run, I will tend to use it more so when I've done a ride. But I'm going to come from a slightly different slant, which will kind of like be thought-provoking for you with regards to this question about how to keep yourself injury-free. And one of the things is gear selection. So you might be thinking, well, what's gear selection got to do with it? And what I mean by gear selection is those cyclists that like to grind their gears unnecessarily, just putting unnecessary pressure on your knees, especially like if you're hill climbing, even when you're going on the flat, learn to put go into an easier gear. So you got your cadences up, and it's less stress on your on your knees.
Less impact on the body.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Also, like changing like your hand position. This is something that I do quite often. So if you got your hands over the hood, sometimes I'll have it. I don't like to use the drops often, but I will change between like the hoods and the drops and the main center of the handlebar. What do you call that bit? I don't know what you call that bit, but I like to change it up so as stop my hands from getting, say, numb, for example. Things like padded gloves. For those of you that ride hybrid bikes, think of like ergonomic handlebar grips. And when I say ergonomics, ones grips that are kind of like shaped and have materials that kind of like help to cushion your hand. Like on my Brompton, I've got these ergonomic handlebars where they've got like this really odd shape. So it kind of like, it's got a bigger surface area for my palm rather than just a cylindrical handlebar grip. And also like fuel and hydration. Learning to kind of like drink and eat at regular intervals when you're cycling, especially on long distance rides. And I know that's something I'm still haven't mastered, man. Like, for example, Surrey Rumble, I didn't drink any water or in my drink for, put it this way, I came back home with one full bottle and the other one I had about a third of my drink left in the other bottle. That's after 60 miles. Crazy.
I was
innit?
similar though, so I can't even say anything because I was similar. I had 2 bottles and I had one full bottle, but one was energy drink and one was water, and I was trying to go between the two, and I didn't.
And what about eating? Did you eat much either?
We had
No.
a couple of I had some peanut butter rolls in my back. I think Leon had one.
Oh yeah, I took one. Yeah. And in the rest.
So you done 60 miles. So you done 60 miles, about 3,000 elevation, and you just had a bar. See this, you know that the textbook will say you
not a bar, rolls.
A roll, all right, a roll. But
I had a few, about 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, I had 3, but Leon only had 1. And then we had about banana. And then at the rest stop, they was giving out these little peanut butter parcel things.
The calorie intake for that amount of work that's not enough, is it?
It's not. No
That's
way.
not really enough, I don't think.
No.
No way. You probably meant to have a whole day's food.
Yeah. But I think all of those things.
How do you do that?
You smuggle lots of sandwiches, high calorie sandwiches. That's what I do. That's what I do for ride 100. I always get it right. I stuff 2 massive rolls, but squeeze them up into foil, and I have them a third and 2/3 of the way, and it's worked every time. When other people
what's in the sandwiches?
Turkey salami. That's for the salt and protein.
And got kebab,
avocado
in his back pocket.
and plantain, for the potassium and the sugar. I'm telling you, it works. It's like magic. It's like I eat it and I've got energy. I'm smiling. It's almost. No, I was gonna say something, but it's just. I'm just ready. I'm ready. You know. I don't know why, but that concoction works. But I know it's because it's very highly calorific. But it's got everything that I need.
Okay. I mean, admittedly, I've learned to have a porridge. So I have one of those mini Quaker Oats porridge, but I have it very, 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 very liquidy. It's lots of milk. So I have one of those first thing in the morning before I leave out if I'm going to do like a long ride. If I remember, I'll bring like some like sweets, like jelly sweets and banana. Like I did buy a bunch of bananas for the Surrey Rumble. and I had, I think,
You
2
did, yeah.
out of the bunch. But yeah, I think all of those
Porridge is
things
good.
kind of encompassed. Yeah, when you and some people might be thinking, well, what does eating and drinking and changing hand positions and padded gloves and what's that got to do with staying injury free? But when you put it all in the pot, you know, doing those things over a longer period of time, it can help you kind of like stay injury free because you're not putting unnecessary pressure on certain areas of your body, and you know, your organs, you know, are being, you know, kept hydrated and fueled and so on.
Nourished properly.
That's it. Nourished. Yes. Nourished. Cool. Right. Question 4. And ready? What goals have you set for 2025 and which ones keep you up at night? This one again is from Mr. H.
Keep me up at night, you know.
My goal, I don't have any goals. I mean I want to do a few more sportives this year. So that's the goal. And as I said earlier at the top, I just don't want that. My goal is to be able to enjoy my bike and not struggle. Like if I see last year, maybe the year before, when someone sends a ride, most of the time it's Harvey, the first thing I'm looking at is elevation. Oh, what's the elevation?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know, I don't want to live my life that way. I just want to be like, okay, yeah, no problem. We'll go on the ride. Cool. Not, oh my God, it's whatever. So my goal is just to enjoy 2025 for riding. That's it. That's it.
That's a good one.
And stay healthy and injury free.
That's it, man. Simple things. Dean?
Yeah. Yeah, similarly, I can't say anything keeps me up at night. My goals are to go on, very similar to Joe, to go on to rides and not feel any way, feel comfortable that I'm going to be doing it. I'm look forward to it. You know, be happy, excited that I'm going to be doing these rides, no matter how difficult they are. When you see in that question where it says what keeps you up at night, that takes me back to some rides that were difficult. Like for example, the first time I did London to Brighton, and I couldn't get up Ditchling. Now to get off going up at Ditchling, they're the type of things that back in the day that would have kept me up at night. But now I'm confident enough that I know how to do it. I know what to do before that hill to get up to it. I'll take it easy. I don't belt it all the way down there so that my legs are gone. You know, there's certain things that I feel more experienced now on these long group rides that I think I can deal with it. There's nothing really that I feel you could throw at me and I'm worried about it. So my goal is to take these on without any nervousness, and nothing keeps me up at night.
Good. I just want to have enjoyment.
What about you, Lee?
Enjoyment and stay fit. That's my goals.
Yeah.
Because if I can stay fit, then I can have more enjoyment on the bike.
Yeah, nice and simple. Yeah.
That's
like that.
it.
Cool. Right. Question 5. Interesting one, actually. Why does our community not participate in more sportives? So I'm assuming it means like our community, meaning more people of color. What's your thoughts?
I think it's similar to the reason why it's connected to the reason why we like all riding together. I feel like a lot of the established cycling clubs, not to say that they exclude us, but you may feel a little bit isolated going in some of those. You may feel like you're a bit isolated joining some of those rides because you are the only one of you. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of us have got that mindset of, oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure I'm going to be welcome. Whereas in reality, nearly all cycling groups are welcome, but you might not feel that way. A lot of us might not feel that way. And the more we go and participate in lots of different sports, the more that we can break that mental barrier and just say, look, we can go anywhere, any part of the country, which we are starting to do that. But I feel that more of us need to do it. Like, for example, last year I did the Tour de Broads in Norfolk, And literally, the group that I was in, it was about 5, 6 of us. Oh yeah, 7 of us. I think there was one other group of black people, and that was the local black group that was from Ipswich. I think you may have seen them. They're called the Ragamuffin
Oh,
Riders.
yeah.
They wear red, gold, and green.
Yeah.
You might see them at Ride. They always do Ride London. So they were the only other people of colour on the whole ride, and it was just us and them, and then hundreds of other people. And I thought to myself, why isn't there more of us? There needs to be more of us, because this is beautiful. This is such a beautiful ride, and we should be there. It shouldn't feel like we can't do it. So yeah, I just feel it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. We need to get past it.
Yeah. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Dean, to be honest. I agree with Dean. I think it's I don't know. Sometimes it's not inviting. Sometimes you just want to ride with your people. Like when we turned up at Surrey Rumble, it was just us. I didn't see one other.
Yeah, for real.
I
for real,
didn't
Dean.
see one other. Not one. So, why? Like, the incentive to do sportives is to obviously get out there, see other parts of the country. You might want a little bit of little bling, there's incentives to doing it.
Yeah.
We didn't get no bling, but and then some people, I'm not saying that this is our community at all, but some people just think, well, I can ride anywhere. I don't have to pay money to ride for something else. I don't have to spend whatever it may be that they want. You can get on your bike and the road is free for a bike. You just get on and ride, innit? So what's the incentive? But obviously for me, like the incentive for doing sport is to push yourself, because that's the opportunity to push yourself. Better still, if they're road closed, what's it called? Closed road, sorry. At least then you're not contending with vehicles and all the rest of it. But as far as, and then also, where do you hear about, you have to go on the specific site to find out what sportives are going. How do people know about them? They don't. Some people don't know.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Because I didn't know there was
they're
a
not
website.
even always easily accessible.
Yeah.
They're not accessible. Yeah. Sometimes you got to drive your car. You got to get a train. By the time you do all that, it's a whole day out. It's a whole day. Like you're leaving at the crack and you're coming back later on. So maybe it's just not appealing. Or like some people don't know.
Yeah.
It's nice if you do it in a group. Great, but
yeah.
you're not going to go and do it on your own. Why would you?
Yeah. And I think maybe there is that, for some people, there's that maybe the sense of not feeling welcomed sometimes when they do participate or turn up at. I mean, I'm not saying like for us, for the Surrey Rumble, I'm not saying we weren't welcomed. We weren't made to feel welcomed. We definitely were. But I don't know if you remember, Joe, there was one particular guy that came up to us when we arrived at the start point for Surrey Rumble. He came up and he asked, I can't remember who it was he asked, but he asked one of us, what does TWR stand for? So they said, Together We Ride. And he goes, well, yeah, I know that, but what are you guys? And I think it was Wayne. He said, yeah, well, we're just a cycling club. And he was like, well, why? What for? Are you a cycling club for people that can't find clubs? That's what he asked us. Are you a cycling club?
Did he say that?
Yeah. He said, are you a cycling club for like people that, can't find clubs? He wasn't rude or anything like that. He's almost as if to say like,
he was genuinely confused.
Yeah. That we were a group of black people that were part of a cycling club.
Was he confused or was he being funny?
He wasn't being funny.
He wasn't being funny. I think he actually was genuine in his questions. Yeah. And
when he said, "What are you?" and we were like, "Cycling club." Cycling.
But why wouldn't you be a cycling club? You can see people have got a similar kit on. Yeah, from the same area.
Maybe they're not accustomed to seeing
cycling clubs.
Black cycling club. No.
Well, maybe that's why I'm saying. Was he being funny then? Because it's obviously that most of you are black the majority of your group was black. So did he just want to say, is it a black cycling club?
Could be.
He was asking, what is it?
That's what I would interpret
What is it for?
Yeah. He wanted you to say then it's for black people. That's what he wanted you to. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah, but we had people that were not black with us.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we had Ben. Ben was with us,
but he still, it sounded like he was trying to get you to say.
Yeah, we had
something.
Ben with us. Yeah.
But here's the key thing though. The key thing
you should have offered him membership.
Well, this is the key thing is that the fact that he said, "What is it for? Is it a club for people that can't find a club?" So it's almost like he was like admitting to the fact that black people find it difficult to be accepted into predominantly white clubs. Maybe the fact that he asked that question. I don't know. But
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe he's coming from a that type of angle. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. Speaking of sportives,
it was interesting.
It was. Right. Speaking of sportives, if you could recommend a sportive, which one would it be?
If we're going back to talking about our community, then I have to say Ride 100. I have to say Ride 100.
Ride London.
Ride London. Reason being because it kind of encompasses, because it's got the 3 different distances, it encompasses all types of riders, every rider. Apart from the fact that it's a huge sportive. I don't know how many people actually take part in it. Do you know?
Thousands.
More.
And I think more. It's huge. It's such a huge event. They shut down roads. They shut down motorways. That's how big it is. I don't think there's many sportives that they allow that. And not just that, for our community, in fact, not just our community, all different communities take part in it. The actual elite cyclists, all the way down to people that are cycling for the first time. It's just,
they even have the little community ride, don't they, of it on the day?
Yeah. You've even got one in London as well. So for kids to even join in. So it's just a massive, basically, cycling festival. And I can't really look past Ride 100 as one that I would recommend for people. It's just it encompasses all types of riding. And if you're a beginner or if you're really one of them riding them £10,000 bikes and you're trying to do it in 2-3 hours, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. And it's just like such a celebration at the end. Even though it hurts and it is tough, it can be tough, it's still great. It's still amazing. Yeah, that's one I recommend.
Because you have the choice of either doing 30 miles, 60 or 100. So there's a nice little taster session of the 30 miles. Yeah, I agree. Joe?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done enough sportives to be able to recommend any to anybody. But like Dean, as far as being inclusive and, the community feel, for Ride 100. I mean, it could be, although even if you was new to riding and you wanted to do a sportif and you done the 30, I mean, it probably could be quite overwhelming because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of bikes, there's a lot going on. So maybe that aspect wouldn't, I was thinking about maybe my first time, I was like, whoa, what is this? Like, it was crazy. So maybe, there's sportives for everyone. They just have to check the website and see. But I can't recommend any because much. I mean, the Surrey Rumble was good. I will say the Surrey Rumble was good. I think it was a good one for the time of year. Luckily, the weather was good for us. So I could recommend that. I would definitely do that again.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily as a sportif, to be fair, because you could just go and do the Surrey Rumble route, yourself, So for me, I wouldn't, but Ride 100 for feeling welcome for all communities, 100% Ride 100.
Cool. Okay.
Lee?
Yeah, I would agree. I agree. Ride London, definitely. Because that one has become more inclusive over the years and it's a closed road so people can ride in relative safety. They just have to look out for other cyclists passing them on both sides.
Yes, other cyclists is the main danger.
You got to look for them. Yeah, you got to look for them cyclists, man.
Yeah. Okay, last question. And this was sent in by Peter. It's a really good question and I think a very important one, actually. So he's asked, what should you do if you are involved in an accident with a car? Well, I don't know if any of us are going to answer this from experience. I've not been involved in a collision with a car.
Thank God I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
I've been involved in very, very near calls, very, very near misses. And the first thing I did was I cussed them. Yeah, I cussed them.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned the air blue. Turned the air blue a bit, but it didn't actually get to the point where I had to, do anything and get details and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't experienced it.
So with that being said,
I haven't had to experience it. No.
I kind of did a bit of digging. Because
I think, to be honest, at the top of it, sorry, Leon, I think at the top, before you worry about even that, before you even worry about what happens if you have an accident, I just think always insure your bike and make sure it's insured before anything.
True.
So, God forbid if you do have an accident, and when Leon explains what he found with the digging, at least aside of everything else, at least you're covered and your bike's covered and you're covered for any accident, like for any injury or anything as well. Do you know?
Yeah. And expanding on that, if you're talking about doing things before having an accident, always make sure you wear a helmet and always have your lights on your bike after dark. In fact, I'll say even in the daytime, try and have your flashing lights, because some drivers just don't see you. They don't see you. So have your lights on and your helmet on.
Yeah. Really good point. And you know what? To expand on what you said, Joe, about getting insurance, don't scrimp and scrape when it comes to insurance, because you didn't scrape. You haven't, for a lot of us, we haven't scrimped. When we haven't got scraped on our bikes, we've got like expensive bikes. So therefore, don't go for the cheapest premium when it comes to insurance. Look at the premium one, the top shelf one. You know what I mean? So you get the the best out of what you're paying for. It's definitely beneficial. But so a few things, and I know this might seem obvious to some, but it may not be obvious to others. But one of the first things, if you're involved in an accident, is to first of all ensure your safety. So in terms of like, if the accident calls you to come off your bike, you need to make sure that you're safe first. If you're able to kind of like come out of, for example, to get out of the road, for example, or get someone to help you come out of the road because you may be in a position where there's oncoming traffic or traffic going around you, trying to avoid you and so on. And then it's fairly obvious about, maybe fairly obvious about getting the driver's car details. Not only getting the registration number, but getting the make of the car, the color, and you might not have pen and paper, but you most certainly will have a phone. So, take pictures, take not just the registration number, but take multiple pictures around the car, and get contact details from the driver as well, name and phone and address and insurance details and so on. And when you're taking pictures of the car, also take pictures of any damage to your bike as well. And if there's any damage to that car that caused you to, your bike to get damaged, and also take pictures of the surrounding area, because that potentially may give supporting information to the insurers about, where you were, what was happening around you, what kind of road furniture is around you at the time of the collision, and, things like that. Another thing is to get witnesses if you can. And last but not least,
the right kind of witnesses. Can I just say, get the right kind of witnesses, because there's a lot of people that don't like cyclists. Yeah, so make sure that witness is on your side. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I live in an area where a lot of people are anti-cyclists, so just make sure that they're on your side before you start talking to people, and getting their name and address and stuff like that.
Very true.
It has to be on your
That's
side.
very true. And last but not least, reported to the police.
Imagine you're on the floor and you're injured and you're still saying that you must get decent witness. Ain't it enough that you've twist up already? And
They'll say something like, his brakes weren't working. I'm sure how he was riding. You get something like that.
It's so true. So
true. Sorry, Leon, you said last is to report it to the police.
Yeah, report to the police. But yeah, it's true what you're saying there, about getting the right witness, because you don't know that someone else who's just standing around, who don't like cyclists, might be a witness for that motorist and just be totally just talking a load of lies and just to support the motorist and whatever. So you're right. Getting the right witness, that's a good idea.
A lot of people say it's cyclists' fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
What's sweet in that, Joe?
Wow. No, I'm just thinking, like, God forbid something happened and you're worrying about if the person's, you didn't do nothing wrong, but the woman or the man or the child or whoever might be against cyclists. So when it comes down to it now, somehow it turns out being your fault, and it's not your fault just because they've got some kind of vendetta against a cyclist. Like, wow.
That could definitely happen. And not only that, the person is likely to have, there's a good chance that there's someone else in the car who is definitely going to corroborate with the driver.
Of course.
It's them 2 or 3 against you. So it's definitely important you get someone else that saw it, independent.
Yeah, that's true.
So true.
That's true.
So true.
Well,
yeah.
Let's hope none of us have to worry about that.
Yes. God willing, we are safe on the roads. But that brings us to the end of our questions, and more or less to the end of the podcast. But before we go, just to let you guys know that TWR Cycling Club has moved to a paid membership scheme. So for those of you listening or watching that would like to join TWR Cycling Club, you can do so by going to Halo, or you can just check the description. The link will be in the description. We're also on Strava. We also do community rides, which we'll be posting on Strava. We do one community ride a month. Is that right? Yeah, one community ride a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're currently in the process of doing a minor restructure of our timetable and ride schedule. But yeah, for those of you that like to join TWR, come on rides with us. Yeah, just look at the link, hit the link in the description. And if you don't want to join, but you want to come to on our community rides, Strava. We'll post our community ride on Strava. This podcast is not only on YouTube, but it's also on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. What else is there? I feel like I'm missing something.
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. You said YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, Spotify, YouTube. Apple Music. Yeah.
No, I think you covered it. You covered all bases.
Yeah. Cool. But we've got go on, Dean, sorry.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Dean?
I was going to say press the bell, but I'm not sure bell is the right term. What's that thing where?
The bell for notification. Yes.
Subscribe.
No, there's something else.
There's
The bells. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I'll
right.
do it.
What bell?
Yeah. The notification bell. So when they've hit subscribed, there's a notification bell which will tell them when new episodes or videos are released. So they'll get the notification that will drop straight in their phone.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right, but this has been episode 11 of Together We'll Talk podcast. We'll be back at you very shortly, actually, with episode 12, which is going to be a very, 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 very important one for you guys to tune in, to listen to and watch.
Yep.
Very, very important.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
miss it.
But again, thanks to the members that chimed in with their questions. They're really, really good questions. And you know, for those of you that listen and watching, feel free to send us some more. You know, we're always looking out for you know, for questions just to kind of get your minds in gear for like cycling, to provoke those thoughts of, you know, things around cycling. So thanks to Harvey, Peter, Fitz, all those that chimed in, and Joe, Dean, anything you want to say before we sign out?
No, just say,
yeah, go on, Dean. Sorry.
just say, no, great catching up with you guys, and it was great questions. Same, it's just echoing what Country said. It's great questions, good questions, thought-provoking.
Yeah, it was good. Nice to be back as well with you guys. Seems like it's been a minute. So yeah, it's good to be back. And like Country said, just send in those questions if anyone's got any questions. They don't have to always be serious. They can be a bit more relaxed as well. We're up for discussing anything cycle related. So send them in.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thank you all.
On that
and
note,
we'll see you on the next episode.
Signing out.
Take care, guys.
Take care.